I'm rarely one to mince words. I prefer my verbiage remain in its original Campbell's Chunky Soup fucking format. But sweetheart, if you were banking on Hollywood to weather the bumpy back roads of Coof country with rear suspension intact, you may want to take a closer look in that rearview mirror, note the fucking T-Rex, and commence with pushing the pedal to the goddamn metal. Look, even before Winnie the Pooh unleashed the pinko pox, Hollywood was headed for a fucking reckoning. Tentpole pictures starring steroidal dipshits, and they were making some moolah for quite a little bit there, but as I've previously covered, that party was coming to a prompt fucking conclusion regardless, traversing the standard 10-year lifespan Hollywood trends tend to enjoy before slowly backsliding into irrelevance, and as if on cue, out came the appropriately titled Avengers Endgame, which in apropos fashion serves as both standard bearer for the genre and capstone for it. To say the fourth phase of Marvel flicks featuring sweepingly popular fare like The Eternals, The Falcon, and Shang-Chi, The Deadly Hands of Kung Fu has been met with a chorus of fucking farts from the public is frankly underselling the ambivalence. Look, if I worked in a comic shop for years and most of my former co-workers and compatriots are on Facebook saying, "Fuck all superhero movies," how do you think the public in general regards it, much less in 5 fucking years? And then we shut down the theaters they were supposed to show them in, prompting Marvel to delay their own downfall to 2021 at the earliest. My point is, the industry sucked a dick for a fucking minute, which is exactly why it's numerically appropriate that an estimated 69% of those bathhouses for brainwashing are expected to shutter their doors over the coming year. And in a vacuum, look, that's fine. Excellent, some would even argue, given the perma-woke shambles Tinseltown has ultimately degenerated into. The only problem? They want you to pay for their fucking failure. In a letter signed by 70 Hollywood directors and producers addressed to the federal government, along with all the major movie guilds trumpeting the call, these simpering shitstains, who over the past 4 to 5 years have not only browbeaten half of us for our voting inclinations, but often instructed straight, white, caustic males not to see the fucking things, which, frankly, given shit like Terminator Dark Fate is frankly a bit like banning Movie Bob from the salad bar, are asking, nay, demanding your tax dollars for a Hollywood fucking bailout, learning precisely nothing in the process, might I add. I mean, one need only cast your reluctant eyeballs to the carnival of cringe that was Trek Against Trump or Avengers for Hillary to discern that over the past 4 years, Hollywood has gone from tone deaf to tone blind to Helen fucking Keller. I've been racking my brain box for some explanation for this phenomenon, and I think I've at last arrived at the only logical explanation. California is one giant open-air cultural sensory deprivation chamber. They persist in a fairy fucking fart cloud of their own self-importance, inured to the realities of flyover bumpkins and the impending consequences of their own cunting electoral decisions, so that once confronted with any of the above, they either lash out, or like Affleck at the beginning of the goddamn Daredevil director's cut, sidle back into the Epsom salts and slip back into incognizance. But demanding taxpayers, at least half of whom you spent the past 4 years calling fascists and fucking deplorables, be required to foot the bill for Borat 2, the search for ham-fisted Trump allegories, and Medea gets a pap smear is a kind of comedy Hollywood hasn't produced since Mad TV got fucking shit canned. And the absolute zenith of this insular idiocy has to be the "we're naked and asking you to vote for just vote" video making the rounds on Reddit and Twitter, which for the sake of your eyes and immortal souls I shall refrain from playing here. You goddamn owe me. From which I have learned exactly 2 fucking things. 1, actors were not built to be filmed by fucking smartphones. And 2, this gaggle of bleeding narcissists, in a mental context, may actually be the hardest hit of all by the COVID crisis. You and I, we can go out and get a job, bone abroad, enjoy our lives when the shit show's concluded. But for them, without the daily reminder that they fucking matter, without pompous movie premieres and nightly appearances on the symphony of spray tan that is the fucking Fallon show, without more red carpets than an Irish orgy, these cats are lost. They don't know what to do with themselves. And in a world where Trevor Noah's being outdrawn by Zoom calls on fucking YouTube, I doubt very much they'll find their way back anytime fucking soon. Nothing's screams Hollywood in 2020 more blaringly butt fucking loud than Jane Fonda calling COVID God's gift to the left as a gaggle of crepey-skinned quintagenarian cockholsters cup their fake titties to remind you they merely exist. I've long predicted the digital cinematic distribution model, once released from its prison by COVID, is never going back in the bottle. It's here to stay, folks. And theaters and film studios, what few will fucking remain thereafter, are simply gonna have to fucking deal with it. As an entertainment industry, unlike, say, banking or the auto industry, you already have a built-in bailout. It's called your fucking audience. You know, the people you keep telling not to watch your increasingly shitty movies. Maybe stop pinching turd logs in their mouths for 15 fucking seconds and offer them something they actually want to watch. And if you have trouble coming to grips with the death of your chosen vocation, think of it this way. You were all Hillary supporters, so don't think of yourselves as out-of-work actors rapidly descending into inconsequentiality, rambling to themselves in the darkness. Think of yourself, rather, as a Pennsylvania coal miner. Then support your chosen candidate by putting yourself out of fucking business. I'm Razor Fist. God fucking speed.